I'm gonna stick with 7.
Oh no!
I'm gonna keep fixing houses.
Right.
How much of a disadvantage would you like me to roll to try to find this old guy?
Go ahead and just roll straight investigation. Let's see how this
Sure.
goes.
Sure.
Unless you want assistance.
Oh no, I'm already gone, man.
He's gone. Right. All
Oh,
right.
no. Oh, okay.
Not bad. How
Okay.
many old men
So-
can one villager have?
So you go into town, and like the first villager you meet, you get the description of the old man, and it was a little more detailed than you actually thought you remembered.
Mhm.
But they knew immediately who you were talking to. You were asking for Elder Gregory, and you will recall that the center of town had the large kind of bunker. Oh,
Mhm.
okay, sorry. I didn't realize it was actually on camera. There. Hi.
Getting a lovely view of the top of your head.
I'm lounging. Give me a break. So, they point towards the center of town where the large bunker was.
I will walk towards the bunker looking for the old man.
Okay. And you do happen to see him. He is currently sitting in front of the doors, going over what looks to be a ledger of some kind. He's mostly like making notes and looks to be taking stock of remaining inventory.
Old man, hold on. Old man Gregory. That's what the guy said who pointed me over here. Old man Gregory, right?
He looks over to you. Yes. What can I do for you?
Oh, well, I'm by myself, right? Yep.
Currently are, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yep. No, I was part of the group that went to go hunt the hobogobros up in the mountains to go find the guy who came through that they were having all the attacks, and then we went out and fought him and came back. We're back now. We're back.
Oh, fantastic. I see you survived.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
And
I'll like pat myself. Yep. Nope. I'm still here.
Are you the only one who survived?
No. The whole group. Can't believe it. Didn't think that was going to be possible, but in fact, I think my friend Gig should be around here somewhere. He was helping, doing something.
And he kind of looks around. And unfortunately, from this angle, Gig is not. He's at the north side of town, and he's on the south side of the wall there, so we can't see Gig.
Well, so I know we talked a little bit about, before we headed out, that perhaps there'd be some sort of, I don't like to use the word reward, for like good deeds, just
yes.
like helping out.
I believe books were requested.
Yes. It was more the way of maybe some offers or maybe just some favors. We're kind of in a bit of a pickle ourselves, and not to make long and short or shorter, longer stories, but like we just need to make sure that there might be people following us, so we might need them not to know that we're here. So it's actually probably in your best interest that we were never here.
So you didn't save our town.
He just pieces out. Perfect.
He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. He's taking a puff from his pipe, and it's really long.
You just see the buffering symbol above Bro's head right now.
Yeah. We're better if we're not here. What?
I didn't expect you to talk back. I thought you just knew what I wanted.
Is anyone else hearing like the channeled like message sound?
No.
Boop?
Like when someone sends a message?
Oh, it's picking up from somebody else's computer? Yeah.
Okay. I'm like trying to find the sound and I can't turn it off and it's already off.
I mean,
No.
You popped out at the perfect time too.
I have
I had to think about it. So we did not save your town,
Right.
right? Yep.
You weren't here.
That's right.
Right.
Who?
Right.
Yes. Perfect. Okay, you got it. Excellent. So, to be quite honest, it's probably not the safest that we stay here anyway. You guys have a really nice, quite, dainty little, cute little town here. Probably best that we be on our way as quickly as possible anyway. So, yes. How do we do that?
Well, the only road to the town is the road that you came in on. You just follow that back out, and I'm not sure where you were headed, and I think that's probably for the best.
That's right, because you don't know who we are not heading there.
Right.
Yep.
Oh,
Good.
Lord.
Right.
Perfect. So, honestly, I mean, I don't think we were really looking for much else, but maybe some books, maybe like a little bit of like some food and rations for the trip, and just wipe it out, wipe us out of your brains.
And he opens his book and flips through a couple pages. Ration. We don't have much in the way of food stores, but I think we may have enough for a couple of adventurers. If you could send someone who has the carrying capacity, I think we can get you provisioned.
Okay. Like right now?
Well, unless you want to wait. But are you meeting now or are you meeting later? You mentioned you were in a hurry.
Is this stuff heavy?
Yes, I did mention somebody who can carry.
Right. So not me.
He looks you up and down, like mostly down, and just
He looks you down and further. That's what you were looking for.
I will go ahead and why not use a wild shape for the day, just a guy, and I will turn into a fucking bear or some shit and be like, woo.
And you see, like, he jumps back for a second. Right.
And I will use my mind telepathy, because halflings and stuff, and be like, nope, still me. Do not be afraid. Just how about now? Can I carry it now? I'm a bear.
I see that. Yeah. I think we can manage. I will have it brought up, because I don't think you're gonna... It'll be... I'll be right back. And he goes into the tower.
I will sit, like, on my butt, as a bear does, and just, like, sit there and wait.
Okay. So, you
Like
notice...
bear bottom.
Yep, I'm a bear bottom.
He goes in, and as the doors open, you can kind of see that there are actually two sets of stairs. One that leads up, and one that leads down. And he goes to the one that goes down. And it takes about 15-20 minutes before you start seeing several individuals come out from the door from the downward staircase, carrying a couple of bags of mostly dried nuts or nuts, dried fruits, a barrel of salted meats, and I'm trying to think here. It looks kind of like a bag of grain, but it's an unfamiliar grain. Something that not even you, with your vast herbalistic knowledge, are aware.
Alright, in the 15 minutes that I'm waiting, if anyone's walking by, like, carrying 2x4s to fix stuff, I'm just gonna be like, and
As a bear?
Yeah, as a bear, yeah, as a bear.
Hey?
I'm picturing that video where somebody waves to the bear at the zoo and it goes like that. Yeah, exactly.
When I bring the stuff back up, if I can carry all of it, I'll try to, carry it all. Like,
In the bear form, you probably can. They just kind of saddle you up with, like, they strap it over the top, almost like saddlebags.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. I will use my mental to talk to him in bear. I'll use my brain language, and I'll be like, just kidding. I'm just kidding. Thank you. I'll be on my way. You've been far too kind. Remember, didn't see us, and I'll go with my bear claw.
Right. So you got to do the eye thing, and you kind of
It's like bear claws.
not used to the claws.
And I'll just turn and start walking away like.
Just go full Sasquatch through the woods.
Yep. I will go find my group. I got food. Oh, did he give me any books? He said books too, right? Were there any books in that?
No, there were no books. Nobody went to pick out books.
All right, fair enough. Okay, when I go back to the group, I will pick out a wild shape form, and I'll have. All right, so I mean, we got all the shit. Oh, I forgot books. I'm not going back. That's like all the way across town.
Don't worry yourself too much about it. Evening Star, you raised your hand.
Can I come with?
Are you saying that? Do you have your voice back?
No, I do not. I'm writing it out.
Oh, yes, of course. I'm headed that way. I know, Lady Scarlet, I know your voice isn't feeling terrific today. Got a little frog in the throat. But is there anything you require in the
It's all
village?
your fault. You got her sick.
It's not my fault.
Ouch.
In fact, elven immunities to human diseases are supposed to... Well, you know what? I'm not going to give a university lecture on the subject right now.
That's probably for the best. I wouldn't have understood.
Do you think of anything that you require, ladies? I mean, you can shake your head if you need to. I'm not going to make you...
No, we can't hear you.
We can't hear you. I think you're on.
I can read your lips, but no, we can't hear you.
Your voice is that far gone.
Nope, still can't hear you.
Nope.
No, we're serious.
No.
I don't know. I don't want to repeat that one.
I don't know why the fuck you did.
That one we got. I mean, we got that, but like not hearing. Just
Unplug it and plug it back in.
Have you tried turning it on and off?
That's what I'm doing right now. And then if that doesn't work, check Discord.
I thought my voice was bad a couple weeks back.
Nope. All right, go to Discord and make sure you have the right mic.
Yeah, go to video and audio.
What the fuck?
Come on, Little Mermaid. You can do it.
See, this is why you don't become one of those religious types. God takes away
Can
your
you
voice.
hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes! Okay!
There we go.
No,
Stress your voice spends 5 minutes screaming at the top of her lungs trying to get there.
And gone. Done for the session.
And done for the night.
Oh, that's great.
I'm good.
You're
We're
good.
good.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm super glad we took 5 minutes for you to say.
Good to know.
Don't hurt yourself. That was funny.
Yeah,
Oh,
my bad. Seven. I forgot books. That was my fault. I turned into a bear. Totally lost track of my focus. Saw food. That's where I was. That's my bad.
Well, that's bearable.
Yeah!
You hear Gar scream from the background.
Now my head hurts.
I said
right.
I was following 7.
Yes, if you'd like to accompany Evening Star and I, be more than welcome.
No more
gig
puns.
right now. I make no promises. I must
will
amuse
shoot-
myself somehow.
I will shoot off your kneecap.
I quite need those.
Perhaps I'll tag along, actually.
Although, apparently, from your detailed description of what happened with the bard, you might miss.
Oh, snap, crackle.
Ow.
Pop.
Shots fired.
How you feeling? Seven's the one getting the guns now.
I thought you don't do damage.
Okay, I won't follow you. I'm just gonna go piss on your shit. Yeah.
I thought you were passive,
Calm,
7. You shouldn't be hurting people.
Come along.
That vicious
Yeah.
mockery, though.
My tongue is the sharpest bit of my kit.
I
You'll have
see.
to
You're
forgive
cross
me.
class.
I see you cross-classed into Bard. Fun.
Bard.
I will ready the cart while everyone goes on their book escapade.
Yeah, I'll go with.
My mockery may not do damage, but it is vicious occasionally. Come, Evening Star as well. I assume that if we can get a blank journal somewhere, that may be quite helpful for your communication. And we will make our way into the town.
Okay. So you guys head back down towards the center of town where the bunker is.
See if I can find Gregory.
Elder Gregory's standing where he was, again taking inventory as the people are going now in and out of the that doorway. As you approach, though, he does turn to you. You're back. But can I? Oh, the books. I didn't know what a bear would read.
The books.
It is
the bare necessities. Just
interesting traveling with a druid. But yes, I myself am a scholar, and we have quite a long journey ahead of us. Having nothing to read would be tiresome, as well as we have one among us who is having difficulty speaking at the moment. So any sort of blank journal, any sort of a blank book, anything like that. I have paper and ink and a quill, but the paper is running low.
I might be able to provide that. We don't have a whole lot here, but we do tend to try to keep good records. I will, follow me. And he leads you through the doorway, and again, back down the staircase to the right, which leads down.
Also, if you have a map, I would be more than happy to mark the location of the proto-goblinoids' lair that we encountered. They shouldn't give you any more trouble, but just in case you have any expansionist ideas in the future, I'll point out routes that we saw them taking as well as where they congregate.
Yes, actually, there's one on my desk. Here, let me show you. And I will go ahead and move you to the map.
Oh, you
will not see everything, but you can see where he leads you. And give me a moment here. I'm going to go get your tokens.
That's dark in this basement.
Go over to the right.
Oh, there we go.
Right side up. I just zoom all the way out if I can't find it right away.
Yeah.
I just assumed that we were going to get led into a dark room and conked on the head.
No. So it's Devin, Barrows, and Star?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gars.
Oh, did Barrows come along?
I did.
Of course, Barrows came along.
Barrows is actually also looking for something.
Don't actually have a token for the elders, so you're just going to have to deal.
I will use my imagination.
You grab Gar as well?
Yeah, Gar is following too.
Are these maps that you made?
No, not yet. The maps that I made have not quite reached where I am satisfied with them.
Well, you know who your own worst critic is.
Yes.
Not us. We love you.
Gotta find my token for Gar, because I forgot to add it to my primary page.
That's stealth roll.
If you ever think that you're just taking too much time on a map, show it to Corey, and if she's like, yeah, it's fine. There you go.
But is it, though? Is it really?
Don't question the wife.
Okay.
It is.
So, everybody should have control of their tokens, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so.
Yes, however... Yeah, mine is like... There we go. Here I am.
So he leads you down. Most of what you see are crates, bags, like things that would be easily moved into place to barricade off this small hallway.
You expect much trouble.
Well, with the large creatures raiding us. This town was built over an old fort. So it was made specifically to be defensible, hence why the walls. We kind of expanded out around the tower, but anytime there's trouble, we just congregate into the bunker here and weather the storm.
Wise.
That's one way to do it.
If you don't have an overwhelming offense, consider investing in a impenetrable defense.
That's the gist of it. But he leads you up to this area here. You can see that there's a desk in the corner, and on that desk is the map that he mentioned. And to the right are several rows of books. Many more books than you were expecting from such a small town.
I'm actually impressed. You have quite the collection.
Indeed. Unfortunately, there's not much to do out here besides work and read. So I've taken up the latter of that to heart. You will notice, though, that there is a set of leather-bound black books on a separate shelf. As you look at them, there's no binding labels. But he says you can take any of the books you see on the shelves except for the black ones. Those are the personal records of the elders that came before.
That makes sense.
Of course, I wouldn't want to rob you of your history.
Okay, lots of whispers here. Give me a second.
No, Gar, you may not steal everything in sight.
Of course that's what it is. What else could it possibly be?
How dare you think that everything Gar whispers is to steal? Half of my whispers are to help you guys.
Actually, no, it was mostly gig.
To help by stealing.
And then,
while you're doing that, would you like me to roll some sort of either investigation,
go ahead,
like that to?
Actually, all of you, go ahead and roll investigations and tell me what you're looking for. And then,
Yeah, that's about par for the course.
Hang on, I gotta pop out my character sheet.
Investigation.
Beyond.
Beyond.
Of
Isn't
course,
it-
my.
I think your
called it
character
a
sheet's up to date, yeah? On Roll20?
Yes, but my pop-up blocker thinks that is a pop-up that needs to be blocked. Hang on. Allow pop-ups from this page. Done. I installed a new layer of pop-up blocking because I just started monetizing my blog, so there were ads everywhere.
Gotcha. So wait, you're not subscribing to your own ads?
Yeah, well, I did, and it made me a grand total of like 30 cents. So, maybe if I keep it up
Forever. Put it on constant refresh.
that's the idea. It's opening now. I apologize.
No worries.
There's a manual roll in the
Okay,
meantime.
if you...
I got.
Did you say
nothing.
investigation?
Yes.
I got nothing.
I'll just add.
You can always ask Seven.
Got
He'll
a
find
million.
You can also always ask the elder. He's standing in the same room.
That is true.
That's fair.
Oh,
I'm going to.
plus.
Okay.
I plan on it.
Hang on. Come on, baby. Big numbers.
Hey.
Nice. Were you not able to just click
Photo.
the investigation button?
My character sheet just now came up.
Oh.
I'm running like 50 tabs right now, unfortunately.
5 of them have music. Yeah, I know how it goes.
Let him DDoS himself. It's fine.
That's the idea.
Okay, so 7. We're gonna go down the line actually. So, Gar, what were you looking for?
Anything shiny in the room?
There's a couple of.
I assume
There's
nothing worth anything because this.
I was gonna say about the shiniest thing on in the room is a really nice pen on the desk.
Any book looks like it has like good binding, like really nice, like filigree and stuff.
There is one. It's kind of tucked over in the corner here. It looks to be religious text. So it's got some gold. It's got gold leaf kind of layered into the indentations of the designs.
Does it say anything on the binding and in a language that I would understand?
Do you speak Celestial?
No. No, I speak like 2 languages, sir. You're giving me too much credit. I'm gonna pocket it. I'm going to attempt to pocket the book. I don't need his pen.
Okay. So you're attempting to steal from the man who said you could go ahead and just take the books that you wanted. Okay.
He said that to 7. Gar thinks he's separate.
So are you going to make a sleight of hand?
Most certainly, sir. I slowly, just as everybody's staring at me, I slowly just stick the book into my bag.
You try. You're trying to be very stealthy. The problem is the book is almost half your size. So you're like stuffing it into this bag, and Craigie looks over at you and just would you like some help with that?
I stop halfway through as he addresses me. I just scurry out of the room with the book.
Could I, when he said that, can I see the cover of the book you were holding?
You could, but you couldn't make out any words.
I'm apparently not hiding it.
Or do you read oh, he's gone.
I am.
I didn't know he could read Celestial.
Neither did I.
That's, yeah. Oh, that's right, you can read it as well.
I read
surprises
Celestial. My tattoos are Celestial. Of course I read Celestial.
Well, I mean, I've seen people in Asir who got Celestial tattoos that didn't exactly know what they meant. More than one person has walked around with pudding or, you know, a bit of a menu on their own.
That's fair as well.
Have to be careful about these sorts of things, you know.
The Celestial word for pudding. That's the one.
It's very close in character to the word for courage. But just
so it's not necessarily
pudding.
It's courage and porridge. They just get
right there.
In common, that would be an excellent analogy. Yes. So an unsteady tattoo artist would commit a terrible grammatical error, and I've seen it more than once.
That's fair.
So if you ever go to temple and being laughed at quietly, well, check your aim.
Check your arms.
So we're
what do I see?
Oh, okay, I was just getting to that.
My
So
apologies.
you do notice that there are a couple of blank journals available for Star, since that was on your list of things you were looking for. Is there anything specific that you were looking for?
So yes, first a blank journal for Evening Star. So I found that. And I will point it out to her and say, that looks like it would be useful for you. Second in order of importance, spell books, spell scrolls, anything on the nature of magic, and then general just philosophy knowledge, astrology, anything like that.
So you do find a spell book. As you flip through it, you can see that it's mostly war magic. A lot of evocation. It looks to be leftovers from when the fort was active.
Interesting. Anything in there that I wouldn't already know?
Let's see here.
While evocation isn't something I use every day. It is useful to know, and abjuration is always helpful.
Let me just do this.
Pretty sure I have a rather wide repertoire.
I know. I have. I gotta pull up the. Let's see. There, and generate. There we are. I will send you a list of spells that this book contains.
Oh, did you just whisper it to me, or did you just message it to me?
I am going to message it to you.
Oh, my apologies.
Just need to get it organized where I want it. There we go.
You do your thing, man.
Who's messaging me? There's a thing. Okay. And I will send it to you via Discord, I think, because it's going to show up a little better.
Sure. I'll go through it and see if there's anything I don't already have. While I'm looking it over, I'll just make conversation. I don't suppose you know any magic yourself, Elder?
I have not been blessed with the gift. The magic I have is with the pen and words.
Well, that's its own sort of magic, isn't it? There's some things on here that are of interest. Things I can't even do yet. This was someone powerful. Is there a name on the spellbook?
It's not named. It looks that you can see a faded insignia. It's too broken to really recognize. But it looks to be military.
I know that you need a conflux of power to enchant something, DM, like something big or permanent.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible to enchant? Remind me if it's possible to enchant like a scroll on the road.
Yes. So you can make consumable items. So anything like potion-wise or one-time use items like scrolls, you can make on the road. But to actually give permanent magic to something that is going to last through multiple uses is going to be a confluence.
Gotcha. I'll take this spell book, look at it. Did I find anything else? Anything of interest to someone like Seven?
Not really. The spellbook was the big one. Unfortunately, they don't get a lot of magic out here, and most of everything else has been like the magical theory and whatnot. You see like a beginner's guide to magic and a couple of the lower tier books that you've already been through those classes. Yes.
No, this and I look at Elder Gregory. If you're all right giving this up in recompense, I would be grateful to take it with me.
Absolutely. We haven't had casters for generations.
There are things in here that I can't even do yet, but I may be able to transcribe them into scrolls to make use of those.
Well, it was all gobbledygook to me, so by all means, take it away.
No problem. And I assume that, well, I can't assume anything. Did our druidic halfling friend inform you of the need for discretion in...
Yes, you did not save our town. No, not at all.
I'm glad we understand each other. Cerberus, were you looking for something? I'm looking at you wandering around the, the library.
A few things. Yes.
I might be able to help with the search. Or I'm sure the venerated elder would also know where everything is in here.
In Celestial, to Seven, I say I'm looking for things of the Raven Queen, and maybe something to help with parenting.
Right.
That's all in Celestial.
I nod vigorously. I see. I will turn back, and I know that Evening Star doesn't speak Celestial, right?
She does not.
He doesn't respond, so.
No, of course. Right. I look over at the Elder and say in Celestial, you don't happen to speak Celestial, do you?
He smiles and responds by walking over to the series of black book journals.
Yes.
One of the very oldest ones, the ones that have been faded to gray to the point where almost turning to dust. He pulls a book. I will not give this to you.
Is he saying this in Celestial or?
No, he's saying it in common. I'm not going to give this book to you, but I will let you read it. This is from a time before the Raven Queen.
Whoa.
I hope you don't mind if I read over your shoulder, Barros.
And he takes it carefully over to the desk and carefully cracks it open. And you could see, like, even just the cracking of the binding is causing some of the pages to flake.
Oh no.
Be very careful with this. If this information is lost,
Indeed.
I don't know what would happen.
Agreed. And I'm going to look at 7 and I'm going to... I don't think I'm the best one to be flipping the pages. So
If you'd like...
I'm going to be reading over your shoulder.
That is completely understandable. I trained with a scholar for my entire adolescence. This is what I do. And if you'd like, Evening Star, could you grab me a piece of paper, an inkwell, and a quill? I would like to make some notes in common, just to help myself with the transcribing, and so that we have some record to take with us.
I grab one of the blank journals and bring it over and set it down.
Yes. Okay. DM, how long will it take for me to... Well, how big is the book, honestly? If I know what I'm looking for...
The journal is about... I want to say...
100 pages?
About as wide as your palm.
About as wide as my palm. Okay.
So it's that thick, and then it is about... let's say about the size of a D&D book.
Okay, first I'll look for a table of contents, because there's only a few parts that 7 is actually interested in.
Unfortunately, there isn't one, because this is a journal. This is a log of an elder's life.
Yeah.
Right.
This is all chronological. Now, there are dates that you can reference.
That was my next question, is do we know, and I'll ask Barros, do you know what year the Raven Queen ascended to deity?
I would, actually, because that would be something that was drilled into us.
That's part of your religion.
You don't know the exact year. The exact year of the ascension of the Raven Queen is not known. You know that it was sometime around 600 years before the ley lines.
And the ley lines were how many years ago?
You are currently... Let me pull up the note here, because I don't remember shit! You are currently in the 723rd year.
Of the ley lines.
Of the ley lines. So after the immersion of the ley lines.
So 1,300 years ago, approximately.
Yes.
Let's see. Okay, so how... shoot, I saw what you sent me, Gig. I just am having trouble replying to it. Yeah, I don't know if that would even work at this point. Okay, so using my knowledge of about when we are, about how long the ley lines were, this has got to be like over 1,000-year-old paper, is that right?
It's ancient. Yeah.
Right. I'm going to very carefully see if I can find any information in this tome on the Raven Queen.
Okay. So,
and if I do, I will point it out to Barrows.
So,
well, I read Celestial, so if it's...
I'll
it's
just say,
written
like,
in
okay,
common.
here,
This-
yeah.
Again, this is the life of a one of the elders.
Oh, it's in common. Okay. So both of you can...
So you don't need to translate it.
Yeah.
The elder speaks Celestial, so he understood what you were talking about. But the journal itself is in common. It was intended to be passed down to future generations to read.
I do say to Barrows, if you have any other, and I kind of raise an eyebrow, if you have any other topics of study that you want to track down while you're here, I can let you know if I find anything interesting. I'll call you over.
Thank you. Going to look
Given
at the
that we
Elder,
have
and
limited time.
yeah, and I'm going to look at the Elder, and in Celestial, I'm going to say about that other book.
And I'll say over to Evening Star, come. You were at one point extremely curious about things of interesting nature. And this is all written in common. You should be able to read it. I'm afraid I haven't checked your cognitive reading a bit. Well, no, you've had a good shake at my journal. I discovered. So your reading and writing facilities are clearly there. So you might enjoy this. You might think it's boring, but you might enjoy it. And
So
I will
stop perusing for a moment and go over and just take a look at what it is.
So
and, yeah, I'll flip through for history and see what I can find out about the Raven Queen.
Barrows, to answer your inquiry, Gregory says in Celestial that I don't have any books on that subject. However, if you go see Elizabeth, as soon as you exit the doors, she is 4 houses down on the right-hand side. She is the local doula. She should be able to help.
It's been a while, and then still in Celestial, I'm going to say it's been a while since I've been a parent. I'm going to look at Star. For it again.
Understand.
There's a country song about this.
I'm sure there is. I'm sure there are plenty of songs. Just Paris is a tragic story. It's a walking tragic story.
As long as you don't lose your pickup truck and your dog at the end of it, I'm sure that we won't have to make a song out of it.
Well, he never had a dog to begin with, so...
Well, if we find a pickup truck, we'll try not to lose it. Gig, invent us a pickup truck!
In the age of smart cars, even your truck will leave you.
Right, yes, so, what do we find?
So you do find a couple passages about while it wasn't here, caravans had reported several towns had been ranging across the continent had been completely wiped out with no explanation.
Interesting.
One of that which you can, based on references in the journal and your knowledge, to the south or southwest, a epic battle between 2 powerful mages had happened, culminating in the creation of Disintegration Rock.
Huh.
Oh, that's...
You see that Evening Star, Disintegration Rock, that's right by your village.
And I look at my locket.
Apparently there was a battle of some epic proportion there. Can I see who won?
It doesn't say. Nobody knows who these people are. The only account that the rumors have spread, like people saying that people who survived, was that it was 2 sorceresses.
2 sorceresses. Interesting. Is that all that the fruit of my labor nets me?
Continuing on, about 6 months after the recounting of those events, you hear about, or you read about, the skies turned black for 6 months.
Interesting.
Sound like her.
Skies turned black. She certainly has a theme.
But after that, unfortunately, there isn't much that you can glean. Like, again, this is being a journal. It's mostly the day-to-day life. Continuing on reading through the months, it talks about crops dying because of no sun. When the crops go, the cattle went. They barely survived on the stores that they had.
Interesting. And what happened at the end of 6 months? Just everything went back to normal?
The skies cleared up, and everything resumed. There was no explanation why, no rumors as to what had happened. Simply a great battle, and then 6 months of black.
Anything else we can ascertain from this record?
Not from the small amount of time that you had. If you were to spend days pouring through it, you might be able to get more.
Unfortunately, I shall have to seek that knowledge elsewhere, and I'll close the book. I've got my little Cliff Notes version of what I know in common on the paper, and I'll give the rest of the blank journal back to Evening Star. Barros, have you already gone to the duelist house? We probably would have been there the better part of an hour.
No, I probably would have left and went.
Okay. So if you were with the distracted Star, possibly distracted, she may have gotten bored about halfway through reading.
Possibly.
It depends on
Barros, as you leave, you catch out of the corner of your eye Gar sitting there, like, trying to shove this book into
Give me the book, I'll put it in my bag, and I'll give it to you later. I don't think you can read that anyway.
I'll give it to him and I'll walk out.
Okay.
Just in a huff.
Okay.
But you would also notice that the absurdity of, like, him trying to put a book about the size of him into a bag about the size of maybe his fist.
That's what I imagined, and it wasn't working. So now that I have this in my possession, what is it?
So it is a Holy Book of Helm.
Ooh.
Interesting. My
very
particular taste.
But you could tell that, like, as you do crack it open and take a look at a couple of pages, and you notice that there is, on one half of each page is common, and the other half is celestial.
Oh, I could read it.
I said the cover was in celestial. You didn't say you opened the book.
Oh, I didn't open the book. I was trying to get it.
But you get the sense that is actually how the Elder learned. Steele was reading that book.
That would make sense. But anyways.
Okay, so
and away we go.
So following the elders' instructions, you head down to the doula Elizabeth's house. As soon as you enter, you hear a scream. And it's not like scream of terror, but more of a scream of pain. And as you storm around the corner to see what's going on, there's a very pregnant woman.
Yeah.
And a steaming pot of water and a little old lady waiting.
Been there before.
As
Barris has been here before.
As I'm standing here, I just look up at Barros and I was like, I'm gonna go help Gig. And I leave.
You do that.
Just
Guard
high and
nopes
dry.
the fuck out of there.
Just high and dry. Just bye.
I'm gonna walk in though.
Okay, so you walk in and you see what you assume is Elizabeth, the one helping the woman. And she looks back. I'm kind of busy.
Tell me what I can do to help. Tell me what I can do to help. Questions later. Help now.
Towels and wait. And she again.
Right.
And she begins to go into this like very calm Zen voice. Just breathe, in, out. Now push. And again, screaming pain. Your ears are splitting, and a new scream emerges. Very small, tiny voice, adding to the din. As Elizabeth picks up the newborn baby and does not sever the umbilical cord yet, but places it on her mother's chest, as you can see as she moves, and then wraps it in a blanket and then begins to sterilize knives, gets everything set to finish things. And as she's doing this, she's just like, "Oh, okay, dear, what can I do for you?"
It's a bit of a interesting topic.
You cut out. What?
It's a bit of an interesting topic to discuss.
As you can see, I am busy. I don't have time to beat around the bush. Straightforward, please. And she immediately goes. She goes over.
Very poor choice of words.
How to be a parent again?
Oh, well. You've been a parent before, yes?
Yes.
Then I don't see the problem. What are you struggling with? And she, just couple of quick hand movements, and the umbilical cord is gone.
To maybe just to remember how it was, I don't know.
Oh, I mean, how are you having another child? I mean, I normally would talk to the mother.
The mother has left me. My son has been dead for several years now.
Okay. You're looking to be. I'm very confused.
It's a matter of how fate has given me a chance to be a father again.
I see. Again, you're being very vague. Please, just straightforward.
Young Tabaxi girl who I found in the forest far from home, who died in my arms, came back to life, doesn't remember anything or me, and now I have to start over. and I don't know how to do that.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's a bit of a pickle. Tabaxi. And she runs over to the bookshelf in the corner, and she's like, Tabaxi.
That's a spicy meatball.
So that is a spicy meatball.
She pulls out a book and starts flipping through it. Gestation period. No. Gender. No. Well, I don't know much about baby Tabaxi, but you said you found a young girl. How old? Does Barrows remember, as does Ryan forget?
No. Ryan remembers. Barris remembers, however. That would. She's 15.
I was about to say, please don't think I've said 6.
She kind of looks up at you, snaps the book shut, and shoves it on the shelf. She's practically an adult. What are you looking for?
Stability, maybe. Perhaps this was a mistake. I don't know.
Sit down. I think what you need is not what you're looking for.
Barris is gonna sit down and just drop his head into his hands, I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
So she comes over with a pot of tea. The new mother is passed out. The father is just standing there in awe. He's not really paying attention to anything else. He does look over at you, notices your tattoos, and looks away. Because, burly tattooed dude probably is not a good thing to tangle with. But Elizabeth, however, sits down next to you. I understand that you may view this as a second chance to raise a child. However, it seems to me that the opportunity to raise a child is gone, but to assist in making an adult is still available. So, you are not looking to be a parent so much as a mentor. Because let's face it, if she was not with you, she could be out on her own, living her own life. She is old enough. Many women her age would be married by now. So consider being not a father, but a teacher, a mentor, a guide.
Maybe you're right.
If you are still interested in information, I might be able to make a few notes, but I think mostly you know what you need to do. You've been a parent before. What would you do if your son was her age? 15 years old.
And at this point, as soon as she says that, Maris is gonna start crying.
And she just kind of sits silent for a moment. And waits.
My son was still alive. None of this would be as it is now. I wouldn't be in this armor. I wouldn't be here in this town. Life would be much more different if Carolyn was still alive.
It would be, I'm sure. However, our fates are what they are.
Perhaps you don't look at his arms. Tattoos. So it is. So it is.
And she nods, and you get the sense that she understands what you're referring to.
Barris is gonna wipe his tears away. Thank you. Thank you.
Be safe. Keep her safe. But let her grow. That's all I can give you.
Right. I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna look at Father. You protect that child and your wife.
And he kind of like steps a little bit closer and just kind of gives a uh-huh.
Don't make my mistakes. Don't make my mistakes.
Okay. As you head towards
And I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, as you head towards the door to leave, you look above the mantle of the doorway, or I think it's a mantle, whatever. Then you do see a symbol to the Raven Queen above the doorway.
In Celestial, I'm just gonna say, fates, as you wish. I'm gonna put my hand on it, and I'm gonna walk out.
Okay. Alright, so I need to catch up apparently on nail guns.
Huh?
What am I staring at here?
Oh no, just us talking and ideas popping in my head. It's fine. It's all
okay. Oh jeez, you guys have been busy. Alright, so rolling back.
Click the link in the group chat, Ryan. I think you'll like it.
Oh dear.
Okay, let's see.
Gig just putting like his own construction company, just putting all my pets to work.
Yeah, I need the woodpeckers to make holes so I can put the bolts in. And 8 of them makes it so easy.
All right, no, I can kind of see it. So, Gig is now a general contractor.
Basically,
Yeah, basically.
Subbing out all of my workers.
Well, you're going to be incapacitated for a little bit, so I need help from you. You don't have to do it.
Right. That's fair enough. That's fair.
Whew, okay.
Yeah, so basically after Scarlett and I get done loading the cart up with all the food and everything, is when I will present my day 2 to her if she wants to partake, because I'm already packing it up as I'm asking. But I don't know, Oz told me this thing takes 7 days. Every day is a different journey, and then at the end of 7, if you complete the tasks, the steps along the way, something big happens at the end. I don't know what. How do you know?
Days?
So we're diving into phase 2 of Road Trip.
This day 2.
Are we on our way out? And
I don't know, bro. Are you waiting till?
7-day tour.
No, they're near good though.
Yeah.
So bro's doing wake and bake.
Yep.
All right, Scarlet, are you joining?
Of course.
Okay.
Yes.
I would like you both to make Constitution saves. You do have advantage because you passed the first one.
And you do get Scarlet's doohickey bobbers.
This is true.
What's the doohickey
+4s.
Nice.
Wow.
There's the paladin.
That's a paladin.
Cool.
There we go.
Well, bro's at
+4.
17.
Yeah, I was gonna say +4. Bro passes. Barely, but passes.
It's like the first one.
I was gonna say. So, Scarlet, you take a puff and it's interesting. It's kind of a fruity flavor.
Ooh.
And so it starts off kind of fruity, and then you start smelling pine for whatever reason. And
I'm gonna blow it. I'm gonna also. I'm gonna look at Ollie. I'll be like, "Oh man, I'm so sorry. I forgot to include you yesterday. We were going into battle and stuff. You weren't even there. It's one of those things where I thought we were gonna die. So if you want, you come here. Let's see if he'll come over.
Yeah, get the donkey high. That.
Ollie comes over.
Okay. All right. I'll be like, I'll just grab him by his little scruffy face. I'll be like, "Do you trust me? Yeah. All right. I don't know what this is gonna do. So here we go. And I will do my puff puff, and I will do the blow it in there for the donkey.
Okay. I need you to make a Constitution save for Ollie. He does not have advantage.
Wait. Just a regular D20 for the donkey?
Donkey stats. I have no idea what donkey stats are. Give me a second.
Well,
donkey is not in the book.
Donkey.
Mule statistics. Donkey has a Constitution of +1.
Hey, he's got
a rude.
Big number.
Hey, carry back a donkey.
It'll be fine. All right, so I'm just gonna roll a D20, just add a thing to it.
He gets +5. He's near Scarlet. Yeah, he's dead. You killed your donkey.
Killed Ollie.
No.
Ollie collapses.
He'll be fine.
You notice he's not breathing.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit!
Can I do a medicine check? Can I do a medicine check on him?
You get the sense that whatever you took yesterday primed you for today, preventing it from taking the poisonous effects.
Oh man!
All right.
I don't up.
If only there was someone with healing. Oh, wait a second.
Can I do?
I can do you.
Can I do healing word into him? Be like, Ollie, I'm sorry, Ollie.
Okay.
I'll slap him away, or healing word him at the same time.
So you healing word, and he begins to slowly breathe. It looks labored. Seems that whatever poison is in his body is still in effect.
Ollie, no.
Melissa, yes, your lay on hands does cure a poison.
Yeah.
I figured that's what I saw you reach for your sheet. Like, I know I've seen this before.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have to put 5 points.
I look over at
Okay,
Scarlet.
so
no.
am I affected by this thing right now, or is this before?
So you guys are affected. Broen a little more than Scarlet in terms of you're still kind of loopy, which is probably why you made a very bad decision to poison your donkey. You poisoned your ass. However, Scarlet, the effects don't hit you as hard in terms of like incapacitating you, but you do now, instead of seeing sounds, can see scent trails.
Ooh.
Oh crap! I can see what's happening. I'm gonna go over to the donkey and do lesser restoration. I have that now.
Okay.
That takes away poisons.
It does?
They're all messed up.
You're working right now.
I'm doing
just gonna be
right
like, now. I'm just gonna like, trying to like pet Ollie. I'm like,
you slap the donkey. You're like, I can do this. You slap the donkey on the ass. 5 points, and cured poison. Ollie begins to breathe normally again.
I will hug my donkey face.
Between Gig's hugs and Scarlet's ass slaps, we're all gonna make it.
So how many things have you killed, bro?
Buddy, are you alright? Oh, Scarlet. Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, that was crazy.
What circle are you again? Shepherd, right?
Take him by the face. Buddy, are you alright? Can you hear me? Can you see me? How many fingers am I holding up? Talk to me!
Ollie's like, his eyes are rolling right now. He's not really going on.
I'll just pet him, let him lay back down. And at this point, are we like starting to see smells now?
Yes.
Yeah. You can see, like, scent trails rising off of each person. And you can see where they've gone. So, like, you can still see a faint trail of what you think is Star, Seven, and Barrows. Because you can see Gar's trail leave and come back.
You also notice that faint Gar trails just going into every house.
Well, okay, so the trail lasts approximately 2 hours.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
So the trail, it's like a trail that is over 2 hours old is not going to show up, but anything
that's a shame.
Before then.
So as I'm holding Ollie's face, I'm like, "Oh, buddy, are you okay?" And as I see scent trails, I'll just kind of like one of those things where I don't think I'm high enough to really hurt him, but I would like drop his head for a second, and they're like, and like, whoa, Scarlet, are you seeing this right now? What?
So are they like different colors? Or like
they
I
are.
was just about to ask.
Yeah.
So each person has a unique color. I let you pick what you see for each person.
Oh, you let us pick?
No, whoever is viewing it gets to pick the colors that they think the other people would have, because this is their brain. This is their synesthesia.
All right. So like I just see like little hearts coming off of Lady Scarlet.
Little heart bubbles. Okay.
Yep, just that. The whole time off of Ollie, like
I
just
see pot leaves.
Like straight out of cartoons, the ones where it's like something stinky. It's like that.
The wave lines.
Yeah,
Pig
like flies that aren't really actually there. What do you see on me? What do you see on me? What smell do I smell like or look
Little
like?
pot leaves. You got like a little crown of pot leaves around your head.
Excellent. Sweet.
So, you guys are effectively stoned off your ass for a little while.
Nice. Perfect.
And
how long does this last? 8 hours again?
It's another 8 hours.
Oh, wait, Scarlet, wait, hold on. And I will look for is everyone's bags are here, right?
I don't know. Who took their bags with them?
Star keeps
I have mine with me.
No, mine would be back at the wagon.
My bag's there, but
food. Does anyone have any food? Looking for food.
Gig has a lot of pastries.
You would get food from
Gig
my
does
oven.
have a lot. I have some ingredients for Lady Scarlet's sweets.
I will run over to Gig. Dude, really quick. Do you have any food on you right now?
I always have food on me. What do you
have? What do you have?
I have cakes. I have stew. I have.
Yes, cake.
Okay.
Always cake.
Okay, I'll take out some of the cakes. There's, I think, a cheesecake. There's a chocolate cake. There's pound cake.
When Star realizes that you're giving away the cheesecake.
She doesn't remember I have cake.
This is true.
But when she finds out,
I will be
as
bored.
Gig reaches into his oven to pull out the cakes, Gar reaches forward to try to keep up the support beam that we were putting up. I can't hold it.
Oh, sorry. I'll go back to the sport beam. Gar, it's in my bag, not in my oven.
Okay, I'll go into the bag and I'll pull out some pastries for them.
I'm seeing Gar's little T-Rex arms.
You see it like knee wobble and all, where it's like.
I'll wait for Scarlet to come over. Scarlet, come here.
Yeah. What's up?
All right, check this out, and I will hold up like a cake. What do you see? What do you see off this cake?
I see little sugar fairies around it.
Nice.
Okay.
Colors, I see shapes.
Yep.
And they're like, "Ooh, cake!" And I'm like, "Wow."
Yours have clothes on or not? Because mine are naked. I don't know.
They're naked. They're naked.
Okay,
They're very naked.
You're seeing the same thing on this one? That's amazing.
They're so small.
This is true. This is amazing. Okay. We'll have to see what the others look like when they get back. Okay. I will shove the cake back in the gig wherever it came out of.
The bag
What
of
do we
holding.
look like? Wait, what are you talking about? What do you mean others look like?
Ah! I look at Gar. It's just like it's like a fog of just dark. It's like the guy from Peanuts, where it's just like
Just a cloud of shadow and dirt.
Little skulls coming off.
Bad trip!
I will run away. We'll run back to the camp.
So it doesn't so much as show the smell; it shows alignment.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. This is their trip. I'm letting them decide.
I will go back to the camp and wait for everyone.
Okay.
Same.
So we're gonna roll over to our studious pair.
Having a good heart-to-heart.
Yeah.
While we're talking, did I find anything that jumped out at me? Because I can't remember anything I liked, so I'm just like browsing through the bookstore and just titles jump out at me.
What? Alright, so let me ask this. What would stand out to Star? What is she looking for? Is she looking for stories? Is she looking for...
Well, less than Star at the moment is just looking for whatever jumps out at her. Before, Star would have been looking for stories or anything about other planes, nature stuff, fascinating events.
So, you find a book that is titled... what is it? The Astral Dreadnought.
Ooh.
And it is a storybook. Very similar to Treasure Island. But it takes place... It is a Githyanki ship. And it takes place in the Astral Sea.
Ooh, they do exist in this setting.
Okay, so I'll take that one. And the
Okay.
blank.
I'm done, I assume, with my...
You've collected as much information as you can get in the time that you...
The piece of parchment, the spell book. Evening Star, do you have everything you require?
Journal and her storybook.
I will turn to the Elder and nod and say thank you for your hospitality. And I wish you and your village good fortune in the seasons to come.
Thank you. And thank you again for not saving our village. Right.
We're quite good at not doing the right thing.
You seem to be. And he lets that hang there like that, just...
I'll take it as a compliment.
He goes to put back the book.
I will, assuming Evening Stowaway is with me. We will head back to the wagon, and we can get on the road. And as I walk up the road, I'll see Scarlet and Bro stumbling around, looking at different smells.
So as they walk up, it's coming off of 7. It's how do I describe 7? It's like
papers, inks.
Right. It's like I
It
just
smells like an office.
I see library.
You ever
How do you do
sniff
that?
a ballpoint pen?
I see the smell of library.
So
Library.
the smell of books.
Yeah, just book. Just this book.
Is
Book, hear
book.
me roar.
Before they get back, really quick, I put in the chat there. I had an epiphany, and I want to pull out the green lily from way back from Oz's. Is that doing anything at all? Like
It does give off a fragrance.
Okay.
So the fragrance from the lily, and I'm going to. This is something that your brain would interpret.
Cool.
Uh-oh. We lost
Scarlet.
Lost Scarlet.
So high right now.
She's offering it. Just totally stoned.
Just looking at the smell of pizza. Are you okay?
Are you there? Okay, we good?
Yeah.
Alright.
So, what you are seeing from the lily is not like it's not like the trails that you see from other people, so much as it's almost like a radiance. So
Cool.
if you move it around, you can see this radiant glow trailing behind it.
I will show it to Scarlet. Are you seeing this? Can she see it too?
Is it kind of like sparkle gold?
So for you, it kind of does. It's got a bit of a more. Instead of for bro where it's this like glowing radiance, for you it's kind of this like fireworks radiance.
Oh,
Right.
it's fireworks for me.
Right. Well, it's emanating something. It's not like anything else that we can smell. See, what do you call that anyway? When you can smell, see, you can see smell. See smells by the nope. Smell CML. Mealy.
Are you quite alright, both of you?
Oh yeah. Where'd you guys? Oh. Okay. I'll put my flower back.
Alright.
Why the hell did you run from me?
Ah!
Is Ollie okay? You seem to have an unconscious donkey.
No, yeah, he's fine.
Oh, okay. I mean, you're the druid.
Did I miss what Star looks like? Her smell?
Go ahead. What do you see, Scarlet?
Yeah, Scarlet, I'm interested to know. What do we look like?
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
So Star has little stars around her. Then there's like question marks around it.
That's perfect.
Excellent.
It really does
That's what I was waiting for. That's what I was waiting for.
That's amazing.
And then when I look at 7, I see my own heart kind of flutter close to him. And then he has little fireworks. Cute little blue ones.
Cute little blue fireworks. I'll take it.
And then barrels, I see little ravens with little crowns on them. Just little cute ones.
I just see like Barrow's aura is like just feathers. I just see feathers everywhere.
All right.
That's his smell aura. Just feathers.
Where's Gar and Gig?
I can't look at Gar right now. He's tripping me out.
I'm right here.
He's right there.
You're an ass.
There you are. I'll have you know I'm at least 12% ass, but I don't
You're
want pastries.
you're
It'll be more
undercutting
than that.
yourself. You're 75% ass, and we all know it.
Well, that would be anatomically impossible, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
What a percentage.
Where is everyone's favorite synthetic? Where's
He's
Gig?
holding up a pole.
Just for 3 hours, just same pole. Holding it up.
We will need to retrieve him if we are to abscond.
Yeah, we should probably head out of here soon.
Yes. What time is it, DM? As I look at my sundial.
Yes.
After everything, you guys have gotten to about 10 o'clock in the morning.
Did Barrows come back yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
As far as I know. I think...
Yeah.
Okay.
He came back.
Who wants to come with me to go get Gig?
Fine.
You know you want to.
Gar needs to retrieve his tree.
All right. We will be back very shortly. If Rowan, Scarlet Barrows, and Evening Star, could we get the cart, the wagons, ready to go? Is Ollie able to be revived by then?
The cart's already ready, man.
Excellent. All right. If we can be on the road within 15 minutes or so after we go grab Gig, we will be back on schedule.
All right. And I will look at the rest of the group and say, I'm going to need someone to help me pick my ass up.
Good luck getting your ass off the ground, Rowan, and I will turn around.
I'll continue walking with.
You.
Okay.
All of you go to hell.
So, you guys
Working on it.
All of you.
head back into town, and you find Gig still working away.
As we're almost there. So 7.
Yes, Scar.
What deal did you make with the mistress?
It's merely a equivalent exchange, that's all. You're not... God, you're not jealous, are you?
No, just making sure you don't die.
Making sure I don't die. That is a altruistic intent from one who has displayed very little of that in the past. Why the interest in me not dying?
You're a good source of shiny things.
Well, I'll leave it at that then. But no, I have no intention of dying. Anything else? Any other questions? Anything on your mind?
Not one that I can think of.
Well, I will say, and I will, turn to him as we go, the nature of my arrangement with your mistress is one of arcane study. She is quite a talented artist of magic. Does that say your curiosity?
Yes, I'm just making sure.
All right.
People who make deals with her normally don't come back.
Truly. Tell me about them. How long have you served this mistress of yours?
I hold up my hands with 3 fingers on each hand, and I'm like, I can't count that high.
That many solar cycles?
What's a solar cycle?
How do I describe it? The amount of time that it takes for the seasons to come back around to the same point.
Okay, you're boring me. Let's go get the tree.
All right. We will go retrieve Gig. Gig!
And you thought Star was hard to talk to.
Right, so Gig's under the doorway. Gig's under the doorway holding up the beam. All right, guard, just put the things there, and then when you're done, let me know so I can we can just let the weight go
Hey,
down.
we're back!
Wait a second. I've been here for so long.
Hi, Gig.
Hi.
He looks up, there's none of the nails in the wall where he was telling me to put them.
We're about to get on the road within the next 15 minutes. Is there any way I can, the two of us can help you accomplish your goal within that time?
I just wanted to finish at least the window and the door. Thought I was done with the door. It looks like Gar.
The door's just in the dirt.
I will use Mage Hand to help prop up the door and hold anything you need. Let's bang this out in the next minute, and we can...
So they're just full nails that go through the beam to reach the other part of the bracket. It's not like actual nails. Just little metal rods. And then after we're done with that, I'll have Cog leave all the rest of the stuff we made for them. All the rest of the bolts and brackets.
I'll use my Mage Hand will be hammering.
7, you'll notice that as you come into town, what looked like horrible devastation yesterday now looks like mostly finished buildings due to Gig and Cog's assistance.
Gig, you've been busy.
I'm always busy.
You are. I worry that you work too hard sometimes.
I took a nap. Apparently that's a good thing.
It is a good thing. I wouldn't want you to burn yourself out, my friend.
No.
Gig, we're going to have a long talk about why naps are important.
Wait, what are important?
Naps.
Oh, okay. I would
They
like
are
that
good for the
conversation.
soul.
Don't know if I have one of those. We'll find out.
I'm not sure if I have one either. Don't worry, we'll figure it out together. We should be off.
Alright.
Yep, so I'll leave the bolts. I'll leave one of the extra pots I have full of stew. Just give it to someone there.
It's like one of the workers is like in the middle of going back for supplies, and like as he goes to reach for him, you just slip him this pot of stew, and he's now holding this pot of stew. He's like, thanks.
Oh, pats him on the head. Just warm it up.
Like he's stuck standing there still. As you walk away, you look back and he's still standing there. Like, what? And yeah, he tries to find a place to set it down.
Some days you just can't get rid of stew.
Well, some days.
Just can't get rid of a bomb.
When it's just handed off to you, it's like, what am I supposed to do with this?
I haven't seen that in forever.
It's your problem now.
For that, Robert. I haven't seen that in forever. I have to find that now.
Gotta love Adam West, Batman. Anyway, I assume we get back to the cart.
Yeah, on the way back to the cart 7, I learned some new things. I will have to show you their magical stuff. I think I have to take naps more often. Apparently that's when stuff comes in. So,
do tell.
Yeah.
I've learned, I found that over the course of yesterday's debacle, I don't know any new spells, but I can certainly stretch the ones I've got in new and interesting ways. It looks like we both learned something from this experience.
Yeah. Hold on. Ready? Gar, show me your gun. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to be like, 7, do detect magic.
I'll pull out bad news.
My eyes will glow like dark violet.
Alright, I'm going to put magic weapon on his gun. Which makes it a +1.
So
that looks nice and deadly.
I don't know what you did. It just looks like it'll fire like slightly better.
So Gar, you notice that with the enchantment on there, the gun when you go to aim it, it's balanced better. You're actually able to hold it a lot easier in the ready position.
It's not half my weight.
So instead of like trying to fight it to get it into position, it's now moving with your breath. Seems to have it be easier to aim, and you get the sense that whatever you fire out of it is going to pack a little bit more of a punch.
Magitech charm, very impressive.
Yeah, and then I got something to restore someone from a couple ailments. And I have something that I think Bro will like. Doesn't last long, but if we ever have a problem and we need to hide quickly, it'll be useful.
Well, if it's all the same. Well, if you guys care, I guess. I still know how to put holes in people, and I did learn how to dodge fireballs.
Oh god, we always care. Haven't you met us? We're bleeding hearts.
Gar learned that one from a glyph trap.
Yup. It made perfect sense. He learned evasion because fool me 4 times.
Well, I do know that particular spell. If you'd like to test your evasiveness while we're on the road, I can always hide them in new and interesting places for you to discover.
If you hit me, I get to hit you. That's how this works.
That does seem fair.
Well, as long as I get to hit first, I think we'll be alright. I'm playing. I kid. Using magic in that manner is a bit like using a award-winning ice sculpture as a bludgeon.
I've heard that works really well.
I don't see. I failed to see the problem.
Yeah, once you hit someone and it kills them, you can just melt it, and then they have no proof.
art should not be used in the service of violence. That, I point at his gun,
but what happens
is a weapon.
But what happens if violence is an art?
Technically, this is no longer a weapon, it's an accessory. I've committed a lot of murders.
I believe you.
Yeah.
Look, I don't have a problem with your proclivities as long as they're not pointed at me and mine. Now, come along.
He's talking about his reproductive system.
Oh yeah, how did that baby go?
Yeah. What? Baby?
Excuse me.
What? You said a big word.
Barrows made a baby today.
Oh.
What? Elaborate.
With who?
Ask
don't.
him. Ask him. I'm done.
Oh, don't worry. I shall.
Oh, that's definitely that's coming out.
So,
when did he have time?
I don't know.
Logistics are not in favor. Right.
With that,
to the wagon.
You guys head back to the wagon.
Okay. As soon as we're within earshot, Barrows, how'd you make a baby?
Yes, Barrows.
I have to deliver a baby.
Oh, that's different.
I see that.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't see the difference.
Misinformed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the difference.
Okay.
Right.
That makes sense.
Let me just go fetch the biggest grain of salt I can in order to take your information in the future with. Shall we away?
And with that,
do I see Bro having trouble with the donkey?
By this time, after they've gone to get you and all that, Ollie is now standing, a little wobbly, but standing.
Okay.
Pet his little face. Like, are you okay? Yeah? Are you good?
Well,
are you good?
I'm fine.
You the donkey.
Oh.
Hold on.
Oh.
Alright. I think he'll be fine. I'm gonna walk him for a little while.
Okay. So with that,
him.
you guys head out east, east, towards Essir, and kind of northeast.
We should be heading north to
the
our
Giants?
No, the Chimera, if I remember correctly.
The Chimera was
Do I
south.
remember? DM?
Yeah, the map was upside down.
What?
I don't know.
Was the map out? Son of a.
I have the map here somewhere.
Of all Seven's myriad skills, survival is not one.
It happens to the best of us.
Oh, have you not loaded the map?
Neither am I the outdoorsy type.
Alright, give me a second here.
We're a generous party. Take two.
Was Conway Vale the Wyverns? Or were Wyverns to the south?
I think the Wyverns were by the Giants who were in the mountains up north.
That's super fun because I thought it was trolls, so we're all clusterfucked. So there's that. Mm-hmm.
Alright, consult your notes.
I didn't write down where any of them were.
No, I know what we're gonna do. I have a journal full of notes that are not loading right now. That's fun. That's great.
I know there was something in the Conway Vale.
Mm-hmm. There was something to the south that was the
near the keep, and we were ignoring that.
We were not going to go towards there because we believe that the place of staging ground.
Okay, so to the south was the Wyverns. To the north was Manticores. Further to the east and closer to Essir was the Giants.
Okay,
So Manticore's north, Chimera south, Giants towards Essir.
Yeah.
Works for me.
I don't know what any of those are. Just pick one.
That is quite all right. We were... Let's see. I'm looking over the map right now.
God, if anyone is tracking us, they're going to be pissed. Just east, south, north, east.
Yeah.
Do you ever watch Avatar where Zuko's reading the map? He goes, "This Avatar is a master of evasion." He's like, "We're lost. We're so lost."
Where the fuck is east on this map?
Conway Vale, there it is.
Wow.
Yeah, that is farther.
Oh, the cart.
Loops. Okay, cool. So we were thinking from Natoon. There's Natoon. We went east.
You guys are right. So see the gap in the hills right next to Conway Vale?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You guys are right there at that very corner.
So if we went
east and north. So the hills that you guys were in. You know what? Give me a second. You know what? I'll have it ready by next time. I will have everything mapped out.
No worries. No worries.
You're just gonna put it on the game itself.
We wanted to go towards the thing that our characters, who have not been absentee for 5 weeks, they had decided, I believe, to go north and to tackle the monster contract, which I thought was a chimera. I could be wrong. If it's wyverns, it's wyverns. If it's chimeras, it's chimeras.
No, hang on.
I thought it was a manticore.
No, that's.
I thought Matt just said manticore.
I know.
Did Matt just say manticore? Then it's manticore.
I did say manticore, but I think I got it backwards. Give me a second.
Yeah.
No,
it's alright.
I know all of those were bounties, but one of them we were ignoring because that was to the south where it was dangerous.
Yeah, no, it was the chimeras were in Conway Vale. You are correct. It was chimera.
So
the manticores
northeast-ish. Then the manticores were south?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what. Pretty sure.
Okay. CNC, got it.
Cool.
And with that, we will bring this session to a close. That way, those of you who have work tomorrow can get some sleep.
Oh wow. Well, that is that.
Well, I gotta find something to do for 7 hours.
Almost an hour ahead of schedule.
I know.
No, I mean, I actually get some sleep, and I get to see my wife before she falls unconscious, and that's nice.
That doesn't sound safe.
It has been a very long day for me. I'm sorry.
It's his birthday.
Yes.
You're taking time on your birthday to play games with us.
Yeah.
Very honored.
I have fun with you guys. I would very much like if I could do this every day and actually keep an interesting
Dude,
story.
if we lived in your town, we would have taken you out for like dinner and dancing and all the fun stuff.
And then
you are more than welcome to move to Oregon anytime you want.
Let's do it. Let's all get one big area and just play D&D. We're gonna make a house just in the middle with just the D&D table. The house only has a D&D table.
I will buy you an appetizer if we all go out at Gen Con. How about that?
There you go. Okay, that'll be fine.
I hope I'll be able to go.
We're gonna kidnap you. That's what we're gonna do.
I literally can't kidnap you.
I was gonna say Nick lives just south of me.
Just go to the house. Copy that. I'm taking her. Bye. Have a nice day.
It's paying for everything because I'd have to board Loki. I would have to.
You could just come with us too. I literally, the backseat of my truck literally doesn't have a seat.
I'm boarding my kid. I'm leaving him with the grandparents.
I'm worried about if Chris or Joe
needs to be able to allow pets.
Just say that he's a service dog.
Most, or I won't say most. You can find Airbnbs that allow pets. You just have to pay a pet deposit.
Yeah. So that would have to be taken into consideration.
And my whole backseat of my truck is literally just an open area. There's no chair there. There's only one by the window.
Yeah. And he's actually really good in the car.
Yeah, no. I was with you the last time we went to go board him. He tried to lick my face.
17 hours, though.
Just say that the dog is disabled and you're his service human.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would be good. That would be really good.
That's so dumb that it actually might work on some people.
You're his emotional support human.
How far west are we going? The closer we get to the west coast, the more likely that excuse is to work.
Just like he has to only eat avocados the entire time.
Dogs are people in California.
Unfortunately, we're pretty east.
Yeah.
I definitely am. All right, you lovely people. Thank you for playing D&D tonight.
Yeah, go enjoy your birthday, man.
Yep.